I'd like to thank the members of the Society for Middle Ear Diseases for allowing me to present this 5-minute DVD on the problems and possible solutions to otitis media in Australia, particularly in our Indigenous population. We have in Australia the highest incidence of otitis media, particularly chronic suppurative otitis media, in any first world country in our Indigenous population. Probably up to 70% of children in some communities have chronic suppurative otitis media. The World Health Organization has said that any prevalence of greater than 4% is a major health problem. So we certainly do have such a problem in Australia. The minister from the Northern Territory, John R. Kitt, described the situation of Indigenous children of being ill before birth, of being poorly fed in childhood, of being deaf at school, of a life without work that will be cut short by a litany of disease and violence. Essentially, chronic suppurative otitis media is a disease of poverty. Without actions to lessen overcrowding, to provide appropriate housing and water supply, education of parents, and adequate access to medical care, progress to improvement will be slow. There are an estimated 106,000 Australians with chronic perforations of the tympanic membranes. We have social programs of building new homes, the provision of swimming pools in remote communities to reduce ear disease, universal vaccinations. In addition, our team has been doing innovative work discovering bacterial biofilm in the middle ear of children with chronic suppurative otitis media. We've found intracellular bacteria in the mucosa of the middle ear, matching that in the adenoids and tonsils. We're doing work on the genetics of otitis media and the genes. We've discovered genes that predispose to recurrent acute otitis media. We are looking at the immunologic responses of children to these infections and the impact of antibacterial vaccines. We have buses with audiologists and general practitioners visiting remote areas, diagnosing and treating children with ear disease. And perhaps most exciting of all, over the last week, the Minister of Health has proposed with a charity a long-held dream of providing fully self-contained mobile surgical buses that can visit remote communities and perform surgery on these children in their own communities. The 3 operations that we would be basically doing would be adenoidectomy, insertion of ventilation tubes, and our new tissue-engineered Maringaplasty. We are utilising the tissue engineering Maringaplasty pioneered by Professor Shinichi Kanemaru from Kyoto, and we're the first group outside Japan that are utilising this technique in pilot trials with good success rates so far. This procedure has a potential to reduce the operative time of Maringaplasty to 6 minutes, with an equivalent success rate to that of conventional Maringaplasty. So although progress is slow, it's steady, and we are optimistic for the future. I should like to thank the Society for Middle Ear Disease, and in particular my friend and mentor, Professor Charlie Bluestone, for inviting me to give this address. Thank you, and good luck for the future.